I'm not. I can't afford to not record.
Welcome to the BYOK Live, where we discuss the trending stories, strangest dilemmas, and real life topics. Okay now, lovelies, let's get into some things. You want to hear something funny? I was actually talking because I thought I was live. So let's start over. Hello, welcome to the BYOK 2 Cent Live. It is October 5th, 2022. It is hump day. Hump day. Happy hump day. Just so excited. Had a really good day, really relaxing day. Had some great conversations. Like I said, as always, some stuff in store for BYOK. So stay tuned. If you want to stay super in tune with the platform, please be sure to sign up for our mailing list at www.beyourownkind.com. Please be sure to follow me on TikTok. I am trying to get to 1,000 followers. I do not know how people do that so fast. I don't know if I need to put on a suit or like dress like a donut or something and just sing the songs. I don't know. But anyway, be sure to follow me. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. That's Be Your Own Kind 24. And also I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you are on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Twitch, follow. If you're listening to any of your favorite audio platforms, follow me there like a girl. And sharing is caring. Also, if you like what you hear, what you see, what you read, however you come across me, tip your girl a matcha tea at kofi.com. It's ko-fi.com/ Be Your Own Kind 24. So we got a couple of things to get into today. So yeah, let's get started. I love that song. Okay, so let's just start off with something kind of cool that I saw. Oh no, we gonna just freeze every day. Okay, there we go. I don't know why it's freezing. I need to check that out. But anyway, I thought this was super cool. This is the tallest statue in Africa. I don't know if that's Senegal. Look at that. Isn't that nice? That is super nice. So I thought I would share that courtesy of the Melanin Shade Room on Instagram. I thought that was cute. Look at the back of that. That is nice. That is super nice. So I just thought I'd share that. It was random and I just wanted to share it. So let's see. Speaking of random, here's something else random I saw, courtesy of the Shade Room. Now, do you remember the little girls on like the Just For Me boxes and like the Perm, like when Perms were a thing? I don't think they are a thing anymore. I don't know if people are putting Perms in little girls' hair as much as they were doing when I was a child. I just realized that I am knocking on 40. I just put that on my Facebook. That's random, but I just want to share it. So according to the Shade Room, this person, Pretty Luxury, say, I remember wanting to be the face of a hair relaxer so bad. It was the thing. And someone said, where are these girls today? So I thought it was cool to see how grown up they are now. Look at her, just beautiful. And let's see, are we out here taller, blonder, but the sass is still the same? Yes, it is. Where is she now? Okay. Okay. Oh, she does look the same. She got like a little Aaliyah vibe to her. And then she outgrew the bang, though. She did, but she looks just the same. These ladies grew up to be so beautiful. Oh, look at that. I wonder if they even have perms now. Probably not. I think she's this girl right here in the pink. She looks exactly the same too. Beautiful eyes. Okay, sassy. Hey, the one on the right. Yep, I can see it. Oh, another beautiful girl. She's got to be the one at the top right here. It says, here I am today, a successful artist wearing 40-inch bust downs on national TV, still with no actual perm in my head. Okay, so she does not have a perm. And then we have Miss Keisha Cole. I didn't know Keisha Cole was on the perm box. I found that out today. So check that out. And Keisha does look exactly the same. And we already know her story. Like, she's a renowned singer. So I just thought that was really cool. And I saw this encouraging meme that I wanted to share today where it says, stop trying, courtesy of the Jasmine brand, stop trying to recycle what God is trying to replace. Now, I I feel like when we have things, people, whatever in our life that we know is not conducive, God has said it time and time again. He has shown signs. Anytime you're near this person or in this place, like life just seems to turn upside down. And we're just like, no, God, I want this. I need this. And so we try to find different places for that. Like someone that we used to date, we don't anymore. But now we put them in the friend category, knowing that it's still dangerous to even talk to them, knowing that it's not even safe, or you put yourselves in situations that you're in places that you're no longer, you're trying to be different from that scenario, but you're like, no, I'll just go here. And like, stop trying to like relabel toxicity. If something is toxic to you, it's toxic to you. It's no matter how you relabel it. It's no matter how you recycle it. If it is not conducive to the road that you're trying to go on, just let it go. Just let it go. It's better in the end, because even when we try to relabel it or we try to psych ourselves out into thinking that it's different, yeah, it's the same, different wrapping, but the same thing. So I thought this was very encouraging. And even I was thinking of that, like it's some lifestyle habits I have. Like you're trying to do this, but you're trying to dress it up and call it something else. So yeah, I thought that was pretty insightful, excuse me. And so let's go to a commercial and I'll be right back.
Y'all, it's your girl, Miss Michi, checking in with my girl, Renita from Be Your Own Kind. You know that's my sis. Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediacode.com today.
Okay. You just saw my media partner, Miss Michi. She will not be doing the Blueprint Media Live tomorrow because she went on vacation, y'all. Who told her to go on vacation? Anyway, if you want to connect with my girl, make sure you follow her on AG at Miss Michi, or email her at contact@missmichi.com. Also, her and Lavish Looks with Miss Michi will be at the Battle of the Sexes at the Rise Design Studio 212 on Friday, October 14th from 7 to 10 p.m., where it's full fun, karaoke, and games. It's located on 115th and Pulaski, so be sure to meet her out there. If you want to vend there, it's a $40 vendor's fee. So make sure you support our partner. Good evening. It says Facebook user, so good evening. Thanks for watching, everyone. Okay, so let's get to the next thing, courtesy of Glop Topics. So, I made a long, like I just celebrated, did backflips because we know that Rihanna is going to do the Super Bowl. So, of course, you have the sneaky TMZ people. I don't know how they find these celebrities, but they cornered Rihanna, and this is what she had to say about the Super Bowl.
You are too. That was real sneaky. I'm sorry, but I have to ask, how do you feel about performing at the Super Bowl halftime show? But I'm excited. Okay, so who's gonna be that special guest that you are gonna bring on? Could it be ASAP? Come on, Rihanna, I gotta know. Maybe?
She's nice about it.
Maybe, okay.
She said maybe, girl. Rihanna is just a vibe, y'all. I love Rihanna. Oh, hi, Sandra. This is our other media partner, Lady Fluent. Yeah, from Fluent Radio. How are you doing? Yeah, Rihanna is such a vibe. She's such a vibe. So I'm super excited about the Super Bowl. And yes, any little thing that pertaining to her for the Super Bowl, yes, you will see it on this show. And you will get sick of it until the Super Bowl. I am actually low-key trying to get there. I'm like, can I be in the stands and be show people to their seats? Is there some way that I can be at the concession stand? Is there a way that I can get there? I looked up the tickets. Oh my, me oh my. So I'm like, you don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if I finagle my way to the Super Bowl. Just don't be. I forgot to put my earrings on. All right. Anywho. All right, so courtesy of Black Folks Rock. So let them stay mad. So apparently people are mad because Lizzo got to play like this historical flute. Oh my God, Lord. And so anyway, Lance Cooper at Twitter says James Madison R, his half sister who was a slave, had a son with her, then sold his child into slavery when he was a teenager. And y'all mad at Lizzo for playing his flute. I need us to put things in perspective for real. So, yes, she's not bothered at all. She is a vibe. I love me some Rihanna. So, anyway, while people are hating on Lizzo playing the flute, it's just the fact that she plays the flute that makes her dope to me. And she's killing it. Look at that. You better play that flute, girl. She's a vibe too. Lizzo is a vibe. She don't care. She just living her best life. And then then he's saying white people freaking out over Lizzo playing a slaver's flute is my favorite Twitter right now. If you wouldn't have a problem with Taylor Swift playing Ben Franklin's piano, you shouldn't have a problem with Lizzo playing James Madison's flute. If you do have a problem, stop and think about why. I mean, there's other things we could be worried about. Oh God, that is so pretty. Just so pretty. So pretty. And then it says people are mad that Lizzo played the crystal flute because they don't like that a plus size Black woman gets to be a positive part of history. Who even cares about the plus size? Just a Black woman, period. It's disrespectful to our nation's history. Oh, give me a break. You tried to overthrow the government and hurt the vice president. I don't know what they're talking about. Okay. This is my favorite right here. I've seen this clip a million times. Get it, Lizzo.
This crystal is they're playing out of the wine glass, basically. Be patient.
She just be doing her own thing and she don't be bothering nobody. She don't be bothering anybody. So before we get into the whole theme of this episode, which is talking about love, like I've seen so many divorces pop up in the media yesterday that I just wanted to bunch them together and just talk about love in general, talk about marriage and divorce right quick. So before we get into that, let's just play our BetterHelp commercial. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. People often think anxiety looks one way, but it has many faces and many emotions that sometimes can be overwhelming and daunting. I know about this feeling all too well because at a point I felt powerless to my emotions, almost to the point of drowning in them. So I decided to seek out a therapist to later learn that I have generalized anxiety disorder. If you have been experiencing the same feeling, please know that BetterHelp is here to help. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. You have the option of talking with a therapist in a private, online environment at your convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in under 48 hours. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire to help assess your specific need, and then you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you will schedule secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you get to exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. Thanks to therapy, I learned the tools that I needed to conquer my anxiety and over-obsessive thinking. I did it afraid, and I took that leap to talk with someone, to later learn that it was going to be okay and that I was going to be okay. Please know that you can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 3 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. And better yet, get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/BYOK. That's betterhelp.com/BYOK because you deserve it. Yes. And while this video was going, I was thinking about, everyone always associates, therapy with you having a disorder. But like I've been saying, like, it's also good to sort out your thoughts. Like if you want to start self-care and you don't even know where to start, you can talk to someone about that. Like I thought self-care and healing looked like a certain way, but it doesn't. And I know I've been posting posts about that. Like it looks different for everyone. Even just drinking some water. This is a shameless plug. This water bottle can be found in the BYOK store. Just drinking water is a form of self-care. Staying hydrated, moving around, even talking to you guys is self-care, because I've said earlier, in a couple of episodes, is during the fall, like I am super sad. I am affected by seasonal affective disorder, and just by doing this, it keeps me out the bed, it keeps me interacting, keeps me connected with people, and you learn that self-care is different for everyone. You really do. So if you do decide to go with betterhelp.com, you can use this link, betterhelp.com/BYOK, and you will get 10% off the first month with them. So yeah, check them out. All right, so let's get into this love subject. This is always a sticky subject, but we're starting off courtesy of the Jasmine brand, where Ari Lennox was on Angela Yee's lip service, and they asked her some questions about falling in love. So let's refresh this and go.
Never been in love?
Never in my life.
I don't believe that.
Okay. Never.
Have you ever thought you were in love?
I think I'm in love the first day, and I see somebody so fine and they're making me laugh. So I know it's not love. It's never been love.
Okay.
It's just a lot of romanticizing and delusion.
Are you scared to be in love? Not delusion.
Yeah. I am scared to be in love. I'm scared to be hurt or cheated on. And yeah.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Sometimes I've wondered, but I've never had any proof or anything like that, or won't even make it long enough for him to start doing that, I guess.
Right. But that's going to be a good album.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Heartache helps though, right?
No, I usually look for pain. The pain is a good thing. On records anyway. Not
I said that yeah, he is babyface. No, he can write about some breakups, but I understand what she's saying, because with love, when you fall in love, it's so much uncertainty there. It's not a pillow right there. It's not like when you fall hard, and you're taking a chance and you're opening your heart up to someone that in hopes you want to spend, your life with them. And so anytime that you open yourself and be vulnerable, yeah, that's scary. Being in love is scary because it comes with no certainty. It is all faith, like faith in, believing that this person will be on the up and up, and that you can trust them and that they won't hurt you. And so a lot of people that I have talked to, especially some of my single friends, they talk about like out here, like you'll be vulnerable and next thing you know, it's used against you, or, husbands reaching out to women through the DMs like, wait, sir, I just saw you with a picture with your wife, and so you think of that wife who has pretty much, taken vows to spend the rest of their life with this person, and then you have this person slipping in DMs trying to talk to strangers. So when you are in love, you are taking a gamble. You are, I would say, because I'm a hopeless romantic, that it is worth the gamble, but with the right person. So I believe that, most marriages are reconcilable depending on if you both are putting work into it. If you're not putting work into it, if it's one-sided, it's not going to work. So yeah, so I totally resonated with what she was saying. So now we're going to get into some of the bad news. I just don't like divorce, but I understand that sometimes it just doesn't work out no matter what you do. So the first breakup that I saw was courtesy of the Shade Room. All of these are the Shade Room, actually. Miguel's wife, Nazanin Mandy, files for divorce after nearly 3 years of marriage, cites irreconcilable differences. That seems to be the theme with this. And it says that she filed for, if you recall, the two announced in September 2021 that they were separating after 17 years. 17 together. However, they were back together this February. Reports state she cites irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split, and she says there is a prenup, So I guess somebody said the shade room was giving divorce court today. It was divorce after divorce after divorce yesterday. Somebody gonna say divorce coming threes. Little Duval, no hope for marriage for a while, I guess. See, again, that's why I ain't getting married. And when people say, see, that's why I'm not getting married, you're comparing somebody else's story to another. And here's the thing. One thing about divorce is it's not love lost. It's just we can't be in that capacity of butterflies anymore. When you love someone, I feel like you love them forever, even if they hurt you. It's still some type of concern and care there. We just not gonna do this thing together in life anymore. So I think people look at that and be like, I'm not going to get married because it may end up in divorce. You never know. It may end up in triumph and you don't get a divorce. But I just feel like, what is a life if you don't find love? But once again, I'm a hopeless romantic. And so it says, y'all just want us to be sad today. Sheesh, this is National Divorce Day. And everyone was just over it. Everybody was over all the divorces. And I think this divorce is what put the icing on the cake, and nobody could do. Everybody was shocked, including myself, with Tia Mowry files for divorce from Cory Hardrict after 14 years of marriage. And I believe they have two beautiful, beautiful children. So courtesy of the Jasmine brand, Tia Mowry is ending her marriage with Cory Hardrict after 14 years of marriage, according to the blast. Reportedly, Mowry filed the dissolution of marriage in Los Angeles County courts and is citing irreconcilable differences. Here we go again with that. As the cause for the split, she is asking for joint custody of her two children and wants the court to terminate its ability to award spousal support to either party. Mowry claims the couple entered into a prenuptial agreement, which appears to have outlined things like splitting up property, assets, and child support. The document says, pursuant to parties' premarital agreement, all assets and obligations of each party are his separate property. In other words, she will keep all that TV money. Tia has hired Kim Kardashian's lawyer Weiser, to represent her in the case. No further details have been released. Oh my God. Everyone was just torn up about this. And I was too, because they were definitely a love story. And so I keep seeing irreconcilable differences. And so I'm going to look that up, because I'm like, what is that? We just can't be together anymore, And so according to Webster, it's saying inability to agree on most things or on important things. Okay. So I can get that. So I'm always for the comments and people just saying not a shocker. Wow. See, that just goes to show you everybody don't be portraying how they feeling, because I would have never guessed, but I wish them nothing but the best. No, this makes me sad. No, that people were really sad about it. I was rooting for them. Marriage is so damn hard. It is a lot of work. I've been married for 12 years and it is work every single day, because we're evolving every single day. So I'm not the same person my husband married, and he is not the same person that I married, because we're not the same people we were 12 years ago. So you have the task of falling in love with this evolved person that you married years ago each and every day. And that's a task. You have to work at communication. You have to work at keeping the sparks flowing. You have to keep each other's attention. And it is work. Marriage is not the wedding. The wedding isn't even easy. Nothing about marriage is easy, but it's worth it when you can be on the same wavelength. Now, if you're not on the same wavelength, I think excuses for staying for the kids or things of that sort, I don't think that that's fair to you or the kids, because the kids are pretty much in a miserable home. I never understood why that was an excuse. If you're not healthy, if you're not sharpened, I don't think that helps the kids in any way, nor is it a good representation of a relationship to me. So of course people were sniffing around, seeing what was going on. The Shade Room says Cory Hardrict, with the repost about emotions just one day before Tia filed divorce, he said acting off emotions will cost you every time. So it sounds like they had a conversation where she finally realized, well, maybe, and this is I'm just guessing, I don't know. But I think maybe this was that conversation that hard conversation that needs to be had where they can realize if it's just not going to work. So of course somebody found what she said just last week. So let's hear what Tia had to say.
So many people have told me that. I was just in New York this past weekend. 2 people told me in New York that I was going. What's the difference? What is it? You know what it is? It's self-love. I'm really just focusing on setting boundaries.
And they're hard to do sometimes.
Very. I mean, I'm in my 40s and I'm just now learning. 40 where, but continue. All of you ladies out there, no matter how old you are, start now. It's really giving me peace, joy. Yeah, so I would say that.
Okay, so it looks like she just reached that point in her life where she was practicing putting herself first and setting boundaries. So things that she might have accepted and was okay in the past is no longer okay. And when you reach that point, you do learn boundaries. You do say no, even if you have no other plans. If you just don't feel to do it, you have that right to not do it. Self-care doesn't always mean that, being active and going somewhere. Sometimes self-care is just sitting and relaxing, meditating, sitting in silence. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever, like I said earlier, it's whatever works for you. Self-care is subjective all around. So it just looks like she just is she's just in a new space in life. And that could be, the cause of it. So everybody's like, well, did he cheat? It's not always cheating. To be honest with you, the number one cause of divorce is finances. It's not even infidelity. I found that to be pretty shocking. And so, of course, people being messy, the Hollywood Unlocked, they said this is the day the divorce should have been filed. Oh my, what happened here?
There's work. I'm not here.
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm not gonna be here. Like, everything is raw. You have to work hard, to stay.
And that's
There's just work. I'm not here.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it looks like she didn't have a voice. Like he kind of cut her off. He was talking and she didn't get a chance to say what she wanted to say. That's how people are interpreting that. And so you never see Tamara commenting on Tia's post. Cory must have messed up bad. Everybody just got something to say about it. Hardrict and Cory Hardrict doing what now? Tia Mowry and Cory getting a divorce is the one I didn't see coming because they seem so happy, but everything that glitters ain't gold. People can portray a happy and healthy marriage on social media, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And I think that is a good point. I was talking to one of my friends, and she was saying how, when a wife complains or a husband complains, people only see how that person portrayed themselves in public, but we don't really know how people really are behind closed doors, but the people living with each other. So, the husband can seem really nice and friendly, and the woman can seem, really down to earth and jittery and stuff. And then, they come home and one may be mean, don't want to speak. So you don't really know what happened behind closed doors, which is why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, because you don't really know. So I do agree with that. Damn. The internet never fails. Never fails to entertain. It really doesn't. And so Tia's sister actually had a comment about the divorce as well, courtesy of Glock Topics. Let me reset this and let's
shared perspective.
Yeah.
Your sister just announced that she's going to be getting a divorce.
Yes.
Just like half of your heart break for her.
I support her.
Yeah.
So, whatever she wants, the Mowrys have her back. I love her dearly. She is strong. But I know right now she just kind of just wants to, just process it all, take it all in, and, be a little private about that. And, as a sister, I'm just going to respect that.
Totally. Of course.
You're like an incredible person.
Oh, my God.
So what she's saying is, I'm staying out of it. I'm letting my sister heal. When she needs me and she calls me, that's great. You know what I'm saying? But this is her decision, and I'm just going to support her privacy through it. And that's what sisters do. I'm not giving you nothing else but that. Like, there's nothing else to say. I'm going to support her. And what she's going through. And I I am a child of parents that were divorced, and they were married a couple of times afterwards. And so I've seen both my mom and my dad, go through divorces. And like I said, everybody thinks like, oh, okay, she's free, she's great. No, there's a mourning period of it, like the 5 stages of grief that you feel when at the loss of a death or a loss of a job. The 5 stages of grief, they are actually pertain to anything that you've lost, because here it is, not only are you losing the person, you're losing the future plans that you had with this person. You're losing the life, you're losing future goals, you're losing everything, and you have to literally start over and kind of reset, and recharge without this person that, you've leaned on for all these years. Those little bitty things that you forget that you never had to think to do. Now you have to think to do it. Like it's a whole new life, and it's basically a reset. And that is what I've experienced, growing up. So yes, it's just kind of like, yes, yes and no at the same time. So yeah, so my heart goes out to these couples that I'm talking about. And I just hope that they take the time to heal and rebuild and reset. So the last divorce, sadly, is Tom Brady's wife, Giselle. She hired a divorce lawyer courtesy of the Jasmine brand. Things may be going sour between Tom Brady and his wife, Giselle Bundchen, as she just hired a divorce attorney. According to sources, the couple have been living in separate houses for the past couple of months. After Brady took a break from the preseason, spending time with his family in the Bahamas, he hinted that he needed to find a balance between football and family. There has been speculation that Bundchen was upset with Brady's decision to return back to the NFL after announcing his retirement. The pair share 3 children together and are allegedly deciding on how they would be divided if they go through with the divorce. So here's the thing. She had future plans. When he finally retired, she finally had her husband to herself. Like, no more football, no more on the road. Meanwhile, I think that when some jobs are attached to identity. So I feel like maybe Tom Brady can only identify with what he was, a football player. So I think maybe it was hard for him to adjust to family life. So they might have not been on the same page with that when he retired. So when he decided to return, it's just kind of like, what are you doing? This is our time to be a family. This is our time for you to, catch up on lost time, basically. So I can see how that's a little irritating. It looks like they just have a lawyer, and the divorce hasn't really been filed yet. So maybe they can reconcile, maybe they can go to counseling and find some type of medium. But I do wish them the best. Like I said, I don't glorify in divorce. I really don't. Like, I feel like if you're not in any type of physical danger, counseling, working it out, talking, do all that you can, learn the communication styles, love languages, do all that you can before just letting it go. But if you're unhappy and you can't find happiness with this person anymore, I mean, we only got one life. We're not going to stay miserable with a person, like that. But yeah. So I'm always sad to see. I just feel like love just splits. But like I said, there's still love when you are divorced. However, it's just it just hits different, So I got even deeper with this divorce and marriage thing. So I ended up at Cosmopolitan. Tell you what my is. And it's saying, so apparently a quarter of single people aren't interested in monogamy. Can I read today? I'll probably put my glasses on. It's human nature to think about love. It's everywhere. From the TV shows you marathon to the ads you serve to the people surround yourself with. Love, sex, and relationships are inescapable. And it's not unreasonable to wonder if your opinions and experiences are anything like everyone else's. What does love on a larger scale look like these days? Enter the 2022 relationship statistics we pulled for our first print issue of the year, featuring a definitive snapshot of everything from cohabitation to marriage and divorce rates to dating, a very real thing. The biggest takeaway, love is not dead. In fact, it's out here thriving in so many ways. So for anyone who's felt overwhelmed by everyone on Instagram's engagements or pregnancy announcements, or who's watched any sex scene on Netflix ever and wonder, is this normal? And am I doing it? It being life, right? Feast your eyes on this no bullshit, straight from the source proof that yes, you are. Because spoiler alert, everyone's different and we're all just figuring it out as we go along. Here's the thing, we've never lived before. We're figuring it out all the time. So when it comes to dating, 71% of singles say they're more interested in long-term relationships now than they've ever been before the pandemic. And that could just be sitting around like, it might be nice sharing his life with someone. It could be just that simple. 22% of you aren't sure about monogamy, and 18% of you have been in love with more than one person at once. And that is possible, guys. 43% of Gen Z singles suffer from dating-related social anxiety. Case in point, mentions of the word awkward in Tinder bios are up by 8% since the end of 2020. Well, it could be a little awkward because we weren't really socializing either for a long time, too. Everybody's not the same from that. It's a difference. I don't think anyone came out of 2020 the same because it was just so much going on all at once. 14% of its users on OkCupid says money is very important in a match, while the number of people who don't prioritize wealth in a partner at all increased by nearly 60% during the pandemic. Once again, sitting around saying, am I being too picky? Did some people actually drop their guidelines because they realize like maybe company is more important than wealth status? I don't know. You had a lot of time to sit and think about it, right? So 30 percentage of additional matches people get on Hinge when they have vaccinated displays on their profile. Okay, 45% of people on dating apps admit they've used them more, while WFH compared with during pre-pandemic work days. I'm not good with acronyms. 15.9% of Gen Zs identify as LGBTQ+. That's nearly 1 in every 6 people, making this the highest percentage in any generation in U.S. history, compared with 9.1% of millennials and 3.8% of Gen Xers. And I don't even know if that's a fair stat because further in the past, people weren't as open with their sexuality because of the fear of being shunned, not getting job opportunities, not being accepted. So I don't even know how true that is, because now this current generation, they have the space to be themselves more than we were, or the generation before us, right? So when it comes to sex, 30% of people are having more sex than before the pandemic. Makes sense. 36 they said masturbating more frequently. 45%, are using additives. 52% of singles are less interested in casual sex, and 36% say first date sex is a deal breaker. When it comes to marriage and divorce, 6.1 in every 1,000 people get married, compared to 8.2 in the year 2000. Only 2.7 in every 1,000 people get divorced, compared to 2 decades ago. 40 is the average age women are going through their first divorce, and that's probably for people that marry early. 41 is the average of men going through divorce. 27 is the average age at which Gen Zers believe they'll get married. I actually got married at 27. 15 months is the average engagement length. My engagement was like 3 months, but I've been like dating my husband for way too long. 8,056,099 is the estimated number of unmarried partner couples who are living together. So it seems like it's a larger amount of people who are just cohabitating or being partners versus tying the knot. And then it says 569,110 is the estimated number of same-sex married couples who are living together. So I found these stats to be pretty interesting. Cosmo never fails. I used to love Cosmo as a teenager. I really, really did. So before, should we keep going? Yeah, let's keep going. So before we keep going, I can't show the video, thanks to getting copyrighted. So this is actually Dr. James Tucker is discussing marriage rates falling to a record low in 2020, and he just wanted to explain why. So what I'm going to do here to save us is the copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So here we go.
Statistics, Dr. James Tucker. Thank you so much for joining us. James, why is it that fewer people are walking down the aisle?
Well, I think, put simply, people are choosing to get married later or live together beforehand, or even not getting married at all. But looking a bit deeper into that, I think we're looking at a bit of a cultural shift in the way people think about marriage and the role it plays in our society.
And I really believe that that makes sense because back in the day that was the sole purpose, was to get married, but now, people are thinking more of careers. Being entrepreneurship is at a high. Like, people are not really trying to stick with corporate and retire when they're 60. Like, people are trying to make their money, get comfortable at an earlier age, and that kind of puts kids and marriage, happening like later on in life. Okay, keep going, doctor.
Society. So, for example, there is research that shows that there's less of a view that people should marry before having children, and also there is much more of a tendency to live together either as a precursor marriage or to marriage or longer term. I think these cultural issues they sort of go wider than just marriage. So we are seeing more broadly sort of other life events being pushed back to later. So, for example, children leaving their parents' home.
Also, like the cost of living is. I mean, these are figures for 2019, but the cost of living crisis that we're now in. That's not gonna that's gonna put a lot of people off getting married or put their wedding arrangements back simply because of what they want to do and how much it costs.
Yeah, I think definitely cost is a factor. We do hear about people choosing to spend their money elsewhere. So I think as sort of, for example, house prices increase and things like that, people might be making different decisions. It would be really interesting, though, like you said, these data are for 2019, to see what the impact of the pandemic was. Obviously, we heard anecdotally about weddings being pushed back, etc. But it'll be interesting to see whether that has any longer term effects on people's decisions as well.
And I think that that's a really good point of what he's making. Is that's why I feel like the statistics are a little skewed when it comes to, like, because I looked up some of the rates, the divorce rate and the marriage rate, and what I found that there was like a surge in both in 2021 and 2022, and that could be because everything got pushed back, like the courts were closed, and so divorce proceedings kind of got pushed out further, and then marriages, the rental places weren't open and things like that, so everybody had to push their plans to 21 and 2022. So I do want to touch base on this again and put a pin on it when looking at the statistics in 2023, and I think that that's a better like view of things. Like, I think that'll give me a better picture because people are still coming off of the pandemic, so I wonder if it was just a surge because everything was just it was a bottleneck right there during that time. So the last article on this subject, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. It says, now you know why millennials refuse to get married. I think I am actually a millennial. So while traditional marriages have been on a downward trajectory for generations with this group, the oldest, now 40 years old, it appears to be in free fall. According to a report, millennials are slower to establish their own households. More than 4 in 10 do not live with the family of their own. Many millennials are choosing to test drive nuptials. Pew reports found that a significant share is living with a romantic partner. Cohabitation is more common among millennials than Gen Xers across most racial and ethnic categories, as well as educational attainment. I find that interesting. So women around the world are getting married later, and part of that is because women are getting more educated and invested in their careers. They've invested a lot of time and money into college, so they're getting a job and delaying marriage, if not opting out completely. And so back in the day, you would just go to school to waste time until you found your husband, and then there was a lot of women sitting on degrees and forfeited a career to take care of family because that was the thing to do. So As a parent, a millennial, Sarah sees trends within her own family. Her 31-year-old son and his living partner of 7 years are not married, and they don't plan to have kids. So the impact of not getting married. Clearly, there's one. Boston Globe columnist Tim Keene, says that trend could be cause for alarm. Not getting married at all could prove tragic. Marriage patterns will continue to diverge by education and race, increasing the divides between mostly married haves and increasingly single have-nots, predicted an internal analyst of the Urban Institute report. Let's get to the good stuff. Tax rates, eligibility for entitlement programs, and the availability of social safety nets are all altered by marital status. Current marriage trends will make it challenging to develop policies that efficiently target the needs of growing number of unmarried poor. How about we put some laws that actually help single people? There is not a lot of programs out here, like government programs out here, that actually help single people or married people without children. So just because you don't have kids and just because you have a spouse doesn't mean that you're not struggling. So I hope that this forces them to put more tax laws in place for that population as well. The evolution of marriage. Sawyer believes that many millennials are hesitant to marry due to the threat of divorce. Getting married is often perceived as a risk, so millennials tend to cohabitate and get financially stable before moving forward. Business Insider reports that fear is leading millennials to marry later as they take time to get to know their partner, accumulate assets, and become financially successful. What was the other one? Sarah agrees that the economy shapes the choices people make about whether or not to get married. That is what the doctor just said. During the Depression, many people didn't get married or postpone marriage because it was not financially viable. And there wasn't enough men who had the money to feel like they could provide for their family. Daniel Everett says the overall forces of biology, social needs, and economics will never let some form of long-term partnerships fade away. The definition of marriage has been fluid over time and between cultures. So the future of nuptials. As the oldest among Generation Z approach their mid-20s, they share similar views on marriage as millennials. According to Pew, roughly half of Gen Zers and millennials say that gay and lesbian couples being allowed to marry is a good thing for our society, with a similar pattern and views of people of different races marrying each other. Will millennials and Gen Z usher in a new era that saves American marriage by allowing it to evolve? Radical as it may seem, that just might. Well, here's the thing. When you get married early, sometimes 18, 19, sometimes that does lead into divorce because, like I said, you're evolving from the person you were from when you first got married, So I think people want to take their time with it and not just jump into it young, and they want to live life and they want to travel and they want to get to know themselves. And then there's this big thing of self-care and self-preservation and things of that sort. So people don't want to jump into marriage without getting acquainted with them, right? So I think that's part of the thing with marriage. It's different now. No one's people, as I'm noticing, most people are having kids in my age, like late 30s, early 40s versus, mid 20s or early 20s. So it is changing where people are more career focused and want to have the money to take care of the children and have the life experience, to take care of the children. Then we have Cal says, I'm 41 and I'm still evolving and figure out what I want to do when I grow up. Right, Cal, exactly. You're taking that time out to figure out even who you want to be before having children and having family. And really, do we ever really find that out? Because one minute I may want to do this, and then 5 years from now I may want to do something else. We're constantly evolving. So I feel like when we reach like a certain state of stability, then it's like, okay, I'm ready to settle down. Okay, I'm ready to have kids. I do have a friend that waited to like her late 30s that like she didn't want children for a long time, and then she just, I don't know, at like 39 or 40, she just was like, yes, I'm ready. And she had 2 beautiful kids, and she was just so happy about it because her and her husband had did everything. She had got her master's, in her field or whatever, and then she had this need to be a mom, and so she was a mom, you know. So I think when you have life on your terms and not on that biological clock that used to exist, you know, back in the day, I think it takes that stress off of you. You know what I'm saying? So I thought this was a really good subject. Thanks for the feedback, Cal. And let's get into a commercial before we get into our last subject. So I'll be right back. If you've been wondering how you can help the BYOK platform, want to know more? Here are 3 ways that you can support my platform. Number 1, share. This is the best option because it's free. All you have to do is press the button, share here, share there. And if you want to take it a step further, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, Van. The second thing is we have Ko-fi, which is a platform where you can donate your matcha tea. $3 at the least. Any money that you have given into the platform, we thank you and we appreciate it. No amount is too small, and of course, no amount is too big. And then the third thing, subscribe to our mailing list. Another free thing. Also, all of the content that is in the newsletter will not always be posted on social media. As always, thank you for your support, and as always, be sure to be kind to yourself and each other. Hello. One day I'm going to change that commercial. But yeah, so that's just, if you are on YouTube, Twitch, and listening to the audio, be sure to follow me, subscribe, whatever it is. Hit that like button, hit that notification button, hit that follow button. Okay, so this last subject, I had to actually really dig deep on this because I didn't pick this topic. Miss Michi actually had brought this up and told me to look into this and give my 2 cents on it. So let's get into it. So I was yesterday years old when I found out about someone named Ashley Grayson, which right here says Ashley Massengale or whatever. She became a millionaire overnight and married this guy. She has this thing called now I can't think of it. Oh, I just got, you know what, let's read the article because I just had a brain freeze on what it is to how she's getting money, because she's like, it's like a business consulting, so to speak. So this courtesy of We Afrique, Ashley Massengale, who is she? Truth about her 30 million net worth. So Ashley is a businesswoman, serial CEO, content creator, and award-winning millionaire whose success story stems from being homeless. She suffered greatly while trying to find her feet in Texas, and luckily what almost broke her turned into her favor to make her rich. She is now making waves as a millionaire. She splurges on herself but does not forget to give back, which we'll get into that soon. So Ashley Massengale, like, she was born in Texas, who has in 5 years acquired quite a lot. That's what they just said. In 2017, she became a content creator. At the time this rise to fame, the young lady had a huge social media following. Hey, how are you doing? I don't know if this is Michi or my sister, but I'm saying hey. Something notable about this is the fact that Ashley used what could have killed her to make her stronger. Now she has been, hey Michi, you came in just in time. We're talking about Ashley Grayson. So yeah. So right now they're calling her Ashley Massengale. This is probably before she got married. So it's saying she was an entrepreneur, businesswoman, coach. She was born in 1988. She has siblings. This is just giving us a play of who she is. She's a victim of domestic violence and child drama. And was also a drug seller who was arrested about 3 times before she turned 20. She has contemplated, can you say the S word? Has a criminal record, and went through a lot of foster homes and home groups. So she had a hard life growing up. Yes, and this is just the background of her before we get into the crazy stuff. So all her experiences made her believe she was made for no good at a time when she had given up hope and being any better at most of what she ventured into failed and got her into trouble. So this is showing like she was homeless and broke. Now she has a 6-bedroom house, wonderful house. And this is her testimony on Instagram saying she woke up thankful. The top pic is a bedroom apartment that she moved into, when she first relocated to Texas 3 years ago from Baltimore. And now she's grateful that she had a roof over her head, but always wanted more, something that is mine. She even said that, then to top that off, my background isn't clean. Sold drugs, was arrested 3 times before I turned 20, criminal record, repossessions, and an eviction on her credit. She went through foster homes, group homes, attempted to harm herself, domestic violence survivor, overdrafted her account just to start her business. And believe me, the list goes on. But God, if this don't make me believe in God, child, nothing will. She lives in the castle. Okay, so this just must have been the first home. All right, so the icing on her unfortunate background was when she was evicted from her home due to not paying her rent. About the same time, she had her car taken away from her in 2012, 2013. At that point, she got a job at the post office that wasn't paying her much. And like she said earlier, she had to overdraft her account, to have a better life. Then it's saying before her call to grace, Massengill needed help with sorting her finances out and couldn't have it achieved because it was too expensive. It was at her attempt to try it out on her own, and she eventually got the hang of it. She got it right with the initial help of her mother, who showed her how to do it. All right, this is her background. So what does she do? So having a background knowledge of sorting out her finances, she thought it was wise to help others. In a bid to help out businesswomen, wives, and mothers through the hurdles of sorting out their finances, she started her own credit repair called the AM/PM Credit Repair in 2017. So that she can help others. Upon the launch of her credit repair company, the content creator quit her job at the post office. She made a post on social media platforms announcing the departure from her job. She stated that she made triple what she would have if she continued her job in the comfort of her bed in less than an hour. So now, it's saying she's a content creator, founder of AM/PM. She's a best-selling author. She also has an 8-figure business coach in AM/PM Academy and the brain behind digital course Recipe. That is what I'm talking about. Are you talking about the finger? What finger? I said 8-figure business. Let me know what you mean by that. So the truth about Ashley's huge net worth. So as of 2022, her net worth is about $30 million. She has achieved this huge net worth from her business and online courses. Ashley showed how she made over $1 million in 40 minutes, leveraging her social media following. This she achieved by bringing a much needed solution to a problem. In just 4 years, she quit her job, started her own company. This is kind of redundant. She also attributes her success to the fact that she began to grow. Ashley, who was once so broke to even pay her car rent, now has employees and she pays them. This sounds like such a success story. So current debt free with 0 credits to worry about. She shows that she's living her best life. So this is her, and I'm assuming this is her husband living her best life. She got a Bentley. She's married. She's doing pretty good. So far, so good, Miss Michi. So let's see if they're saying anything else. So 2019, she bought what she refers to as her castle. Okay, she remember I was telling you people think she's scamming, saying she was a millionaire from her business, but allegedly she got settlement due to losing her pinky finger. Okay. So this is just the soft story. You got all the tea. So this is what they're saying in 2019. She has the castle. It's a mansion that's way bigger than her previous apartment. She's cleared of a 30-year mortgage on the house on 28 May. What is it? House on 28 May of 2001, which is 27 years earlier than the due date. So basically, she paid off her mortgage. Then the same year she bought a Benz, and then her boyfriend gifted her a Bentley truck. All right. So while splurging and being philanthropist, Ashley also takes care of her health. It's showing that, and it looks like that's her husband. So it's saying the surgery was carried on April 22 of the 7th of the same month. She was out of danger and recuperating. She had stage 4 endometriosis. I can never say that, but it was saying that she was unable to bear kids through in vitro. However, through the support of her fiance Josh Grayson, she underwent surgery, and it looks like she's doing okay there. So this is the fluffy story. It looks like Michi wants us to get into the mess. So apparently, the $1 million in in 40 minutes seemed to be she accomplished a lot. No, yeah, she accomplished a lot. This is a really impressive story where she went from nothing, from eviction, and she cleared her credit and she, got life going. So, kudos for her. That shows that with determination you can do anything, honey. Anything you put your mind to. Your circumstance is not permanent. Nothing is permanent but death. So and taxes, so they say. So so keep moving and keep pushing, and don't let discouragement deter you at all. So here, before we get into all this TikTok mess, y'all, courtesy of the Black Enterprise, I'm just trying to see, it was something else that I saw that I want to talk about on here. While this all calls for celebration, okay, here it is. So in particular, doesn't some people didn't, buy the hype. It describes Messenger and her husband Joshua Grayson of New Credit Law as elite scammers. In TikTok, this user, which her name is Sherelle Hodge, which this is when it gets a little messy, because Sherelle break down the accusation she claims many other people have echoed and experienced. Messenger says she scams people out of $1,000, sometimes $2,000, to be able to find this lifestyle that she's flaunting all over the internet. Now look, Mrs. Grayson, I'm only playing what people are saying. Don't try to mess with my little platform. So this is what Sherelle had to say.
Alleged scammer alert.
And why I got these two black moguls in my background? Legends say that these two right here are some elite scammers. Now, before I get into why they some scammers, you would think that they were an average couple, right? With a little bit of money, and there'd be no real backstory behind them besides coming from the mud and finally making it, right? Well, look, Miss Ashley right here. Let me tell y'all about her first. Ashley became known after she created a course that generated over $1 million in less than 40 minutes. Now, the reason we're talking about her today is because a lot of people have come to the same understanding, the same conclusion, that she scams people out of $1,000, sometimes $2,000, to be able to fund this lifestyle that she's flaunting all over the internet. Now, this is what they're saying is the scam. Now, allegedly, she has one that she offers for $1,000, and she has a bundle pack where she offers for $2,000. I mean, people all over the world are saving their coins, their pennies, their dimes to be able to attend this digital course recipe to potentially become a six-figure business owner. Or as Ashley says, she has helped several people accomplish. All right, let's get into the details of some of the things she has conquered since starting.
You gotta stop. So then she had a second video.
So the whole launch into Ashley Grayson's DCR recipe in her life started because people were realizing that she never posted like real reviews. Like, let's just say there's no perfect company. Out of everybody that has taken her course, the only reviews that we see are good reviews. The only receipts we see are good receipts of people that have allegedly taken her course and made X amount of dollars, whether it be in 10 minutes or whether it be in 10 weeks. And for some strange reason, people are now wondering, why is it appearing that this lady's business is so perfect? Y'all can pause and read this, but let me explain.
I tried to pause it. Oh, crap. I messed up the church's money. Let's just hit play.
This person is just basically explaining how they wasted their money taking a course for a bunch of things that you could have Googled online. Now, mind y'all, there are people out here selling courses, you know what I'm saying, seminars and things like that. I'm one of them, but I feel like I'm going to charge my work. I'm not about to take a $10 course or a $10 put together seminar or whatever it is and then charge people $2,000 for it. Here's another review. You can pause it and read it. Now, a lot of people's responses are the same. They're saying, like, anytime somebody posts a real review of how they felt that the course was copied and pasted from Google, how she really never had too much to say when it came to the Zoom calls, when it came to her connecting with her students, and basically how she's always in front of what appears to be a scam on top of her scam. See where I'm going with this? Here's another review. Pause it and read it. Now, before I get to the nitty-gritty of why I
it's hard to read that. So it's saying on the other hand,
that it's a lot of fish.
We got you. So Sherelle, that didn't sit real with Ashley, basically, and this is where it gets real bad. So on the other hand, other students of digital course responded with glowing reviews, claiming that people will always have something to say. I have purchased both of her courses at different times and can say that she is one hell of a teacher. I don't regret paying for her course for an investment. So there are some people that are saying, what are you talking about, Sherelle? This wasn't my experience. And so Sherelle still had more to say. I had to find her third video on TikTok. You really had me searching. So here we go.
So if I come up missing, it's because of this load that we just did. All right. So we got these stipulations on these load, on this particular load, right? So first off, we had to arrive with a full tank of gas. Mind you, I mean, common sense will say show up to every load. I mean, unless you just don't stop and get some gas. But most people like to just get on the road or whatever. So we pull in. When I go in, I show her the BOL and was like, we're here to pick up load. She come out with this stack of paper talking about, I need you to fill X, Y, and Z out. We need copies of your driver's license. We need your fingerprint, your social. Hell, we need a picture of y'all. So I'm sitting here and I'm wondering, I'm asking because it's a black dude in here. I'm chit-chatting with him, trying to make him all friendly and buttercake and everything.
I don't think this has nothing to do with Sherelle, so we're going to go. So that was probably the wrong one. All right, so here we go. No, this is the one that we just saw. All right, I think I got my links mixed up. So that's Sherelle. That's one thing. And we're going to tie this all together because I had to kind of try to piece this stuff together, and then we'll wrap it up. So I did see that that Ashley did buy a home for her hairstylist mom. And this is the video that's on
I'm glad you're gonna meet like this today.
The viral.
Oh my God.
So while they're doing that, I'm gonna read this. Ashley says, I cried so bad watching this video that was sent to her a few years ago. I was getting evicted from my apartment. Now I'm giving away 300,000 houses as gifts by myself. I'm still soaking up what just happened. I laughed, I cried, I prayed. I got nervous. The devil tried to play with my head and sow seeds out of doubt, trying to make me feel like I was doing something silly. I heard a voice this morning say, what if this lady actually loves her house in the hood and laughs at you? What if she says this was sweet, but I'm not going nowhere? I love my house. So many thoughts of doubt ran through my mind this morning until I heard the Holy Spirit whisper to me. I gave her the name for a reason, spin the block, and what I told you. And then she's just saying she's just really excited about it. So this is a really good gesture. This went really viral, like very, very viral. And then it went really, really left very soon. So as you see, the hairdresser and the mom, they're loving this house. Here's the thing, though. This house, to date, is still in Ashley's name. And this is when things went south. The mom wanted Ashley to transfer, the name, the deed or whatever over to, yes, it did. This was wonderful. This was wonderful. And so everyone's happy. It's like I said, it's a 300K home. However, they didn't own the home. Ashley technically still owned the home. So this is when these two fell out, the hairdresser, the hairstylist, and Ashley fell out because she wouldn't comply. So let me find the TikTok of the hairstylist, and this is her right here. Ashley and the mom were on the deed. The mom, I don't think, was on. That was the problem. The mom didn't own the home, to my understanding. And this is what the hairstylist had to say. Her name is Olivia. Girl, this is a mess. Her name is Olivia, and this is what she had to say on TikTok.
And I know that most people think stuff like this. That's why I'm going to show y'all a piece of it.
So yes, it is what you heard. She's putting a hit out on somebody named Patrick, which is her ex. And so that is a video of Ashley allegedly putting out a hit. If the mom passed the house, okay. Ashley made a post. If you go on her page, she showed the paperwork. Okay, on her page on Facebook, because like I said, it was hard for me to find stuff. Is it on Ashley Grayson's Facebook, ma'am? Okay. I was really trying to put this together. All right, so let's go to. Okay, so we're at her page. Let me show you. I'm glad you on here because I'm like, so they didn't own it. So what? So what now? All right, so we're on her page. Do you know when she posted this? I'm assuming it's a picture. If you go on her page, she showed the paperwork. It was a while ago. Oh. Okay. And I'm assuming the picture is paperwork, right? Okay, so the thing is that I have it right that they wanted her to take the house out of her name and put it in the family name completely, correct? Okay. Okay, so I did get that right. The story is so scattered because you really can't find this story in on publications. You only can really find it on TikTok. And so I was trying to find TikTok stories in order. And it was all over the place. Okay. A while ago. I'm in 2021. Was it this year she did it? So if she passed, it would go to her next of kin. Okay. Did I go too far? Because I'm in 2021. I might have went too far. Let me see. She might have deleted it too. You know, people quick to delete. Yeah, this story is all over the place. I'll take your word for it. They have a survivorship clause. It was a couple of weeks. Okay, I passed it. Let's start over. All right. It looked like she's still living her best life. Couple of weeks. Like I said, she might have deleted it. Happy Left-Handers Day. This is August. Yeah, she might have deleted it. Crap. How else can I find this? Let me see. I think okay, there we go. Ashley Grayson purchases home for hairstylist. That's not her pay. Oh. Okay, let's go back to Facebook. It said Ashley Gray. Was that not her, right? So is it Ashley Grayson? So was this it? Was I on the right one? Oh, girl, I was not on the right one. Thank you, boo. She's saying right here. I'm also gonna. Oh gosh, she writes really long. I'm going to clear this up. People are still commenting and believing the lies that Derica Harold. Okay, let's get into Derica in a minute. I want to finish please help me congratulate my current. I've changed my company name from Credit Cake to Credit Pie. Ashley Grayson. Closing in 30 days. She bought some Wells Fargo stuff. Being debt free. Thank you for my course. A couple of weeks, she said. I'm on August 17th. I wonder if that was the one I saw with Derica. Thank you, honey. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you with all my heart. Oh, that's the one I saw and passed up. It's a fool. All right, so let me go. I figured it was that long one too. All right, so here we go. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. So it's also I'm also going to clear this up, and I'm also going to put my glasses on. so I can read this effectively. I'm also going to clear this up since people are still commenting, believing the lies that Derica Harwell told. My husband and I got engaged March 29th this year, and it went viral. Derica chose that moment to comment and lie, saying that she has restraining orders and defamation case against me on multiple share posts of our engagement. So I hired an attorney. My attorney told me that he would not agree to accept my case unless he had proof that this was a lie. So he had to do a court search of every court in her city, state. So, number one, thanks, boo. I appreciate it. My attorney's paralegal did a search a few months after these allegations were made and came back to let me know we have verified proof as of August 31st, 22, that she defamed my name publicly. Even if she runs out and gets on now to cover her tracks, she still lied and didn't have it while she said she did. Number two, this all started when she created a fake beef with me 1 week after I sent her some red bottoms for her birthday in August last year. She claimed that I was jealous of her. How are you jealous? How are you jealous of somebody you gifting red bottoms to? Her life and her marriage. I replied and asked her why she would even think that. And she said that someone told her that they felt like I wanted her life and she believed it. I asked her, why would I be jealous of her life if, one, I make more than her, two, I reminded her that she told me herself that her husband had a baby with another woman in California while they were together. Ooh, T. And the child is almost the same age as her and her husband's child. I asked her in my text, why would I be jealous of your marriage when your husband had you and someone else pregnant at the same time? The child is also posted on her page and is mentioned as our son. So I have no reason to make any of this up. September 2nd, 2021. She strikes me as a person that you don't want to text because she'll save it and she'll come back at you. When she replied, it was a break baby and he didn't cheat. Okay. I also asked her why she always talking down on people with multiple kids' father when her husband did what he did to her. That's what shook the table and caused her to go on the lying rant. So number three, I also received several emails from people who confirmed that Andre Smith is in fact Derica Harwell, which makes sense because I really knew that no man is going that hard for a woman who's not his wife or family member, lying and saying that I stole her anniversary date, etc. Just childish stuff that a man would not even think to care about and was wrong because we do not have the same anniversary. Number four, after Derek's past employee commented on my post today, less than 1 hour later, Andre Smith was in that group trashing this woman's business and her name. Number five, the fake Andre Smith page then began posting my addresses and made over 30 posts about how I was jealous of Derica. Every post for a month was about only me and Derica. Why so invested in this fake Ashley versus Derica beef like it's you? I also received emails that Andre was telling people to come to my home and harm me. This will be shown in court because I kept all the screenshots and the emails. Number six, she kept telling me that I wanted her lifestyle, home, etc. when she lives in a house, not a mansion that costs $400K. That's still a lot. No shade to anyone who has a $400K house, but why would I be jealous of her when I live in a castle? The down payment on my home costs more than her entire mortgage. Why would I be jealous of her home? Like she keeps saying to people, she was one of the first people to know that I have an elevator in my castle. 1 week before I posted my closing was April 9th, 2021. Okay, receipts. She made a post saying she was getting elevator quotes. The post is still up, I'm sure, but she couldn't get one installed because her home wasn't big enough. And you can only get elevators installed in mansions. It is public record in DeSoto County that I have an open lawsuit complaint for defamation against her, and she's also being served with a real restraining order. And it's also public record that she has never in her life stepped foot in a courthouse about me. No one has. Period. She has lied about so much on social media, a lot, but I'm only addressing the parts that have to do with me and how these lies started from her baby child. So it says, I checked with the Justice Court in DeSoto County, and they do not have any record of the complaint for defamation or protective order filed against our client, Ashley Grayson, by Derica Harwell. I also checked the DeSoto County and Circuit Court records, and the only thing filed by Derek Harwell is attached is a complaint of defamation of character. So this is what she's saying. So what does this have to do? Is this connected to the house somewhere? So sis went off of her post. I'm not mad at no, she did. So she's trying to set the record straight because everybody's just trying to come at her. So thanks to Miss Michi. Wait, I think this is still the same thing. Oh, okay. Thank you, Miss Michi. Miss Michi is helping me out because let's just go here. So it says, Ashley Grayson, Renaldi Cephas. I'm not taking my name off. So this is what it is. This is what we were talking about. So the mom and the family wanted Ashley to take her name off the $300K house that she gifted her. Now this is going back to Olivia, the hairstylist. Derica was an intermission, but she let her know. She had receipts with that one. So here we go. Ashley says, I'm not taking my name off. At the closing table, me and her mother signed together with rights of survivorship. If anything happens to her mother, then the house comes back to me. As it should. Nothing was hidden from day one. I legally couldn't add the survivorship unless we both signed on it. The house was for her mother because I was told that her house got shot up 7 times. The house was not for generational wealth to be passed down to all of the kids, especially after what I was told about the siblings, which I won't post or repeat out of respect. We are both owners on the house deed and it'll stay that way. And people keep saying that I don't own my castle. Why do public records at the courthouse say otherwise? Just mad, bitter, and jealous. It's sad. I own a castle in real life, and everybody hates that. I don't hate it. One up. Good for you. And so, Sherelle has all the energy. She said, just letting you guys know, if y'all don't hear from me, I'm dead. The Addison police and the FBI have made contact with me about a threat on my life. They think they have it under control, but I was told to be aware of my surroundings and to stay on alert. I want y'all to hear it first before they air it in the news. And they said it all started when social media influence purchased a home for the woman and a recording mother. It went left from there. Okay. Oh my. Oh me. Oh my. And okay. All right. So yeah, she did go. Wow. You said there was something else. I don't see anything else in there. So while we're waiting on that, this was Olivia response to what was going on. You gonna keep talking? Okay.
And I got like everybody. That was about Patrick, but yeah.
So what we saw, what you guys might have missed is, let's just go back. Let's just start. So this is the mother, the daughter of, this is Ashley's hairstylist, and she gifted her mother the house. And this is what the argument is about because Ashley won't take her name off the house. So this is what she said. This is this girl.
Think stuff like this. That's why I'm going to show y'all a piece of it.
Yeah, but yeah, that nigga, if I can get somebody to do it right now for that nigga, and I know it wouldn't come back to us like I would. Like if I can have us out of the country, Jamaica or something, and have somebody go up here, I would take that tonight. But I would pay extra for that nigga. You know, I paid $50, $60K to get that nigga out of here.
So that was a hit that she was putting out on Patrick, right? In a minute. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put you on this live in a minute, Michi, because I feel like I'm still missing pieces. Okay, so here we go.
And I got like everybody. That was about Patrick, but yeah.
So that was a alleged hit that she was putting out on her ex Patrick.
One about Sharia. I got the one about Derica.
Oh, Derica had a hit put out on her too, allegedly. Derica, we just read about Derica, and we just saw about Sherelle. Okay, so apparently, allegedly, it was hits taken out on Derica, on Patrick, and on Sherelle. Okay, I see how this all ties in now.
And I'm also going ahead and posting this, and I don't feel bad about it because you chose to make a long comment about the reason why you're not taking your name off the house. So yeah, I'm gonna post this, and you know what I'm saying, and like. Literally, Ashley didn't talk to me about this. Like, all you had to do was say, okay, Olivia, me and your mom not going to be on the house. And I could have agreed or disagreed. You didn't have that conversation with me. And quit saying my mama signed something. My mama didn't sign nothing. My mama literally did not pick up a pen, y'all. She was waiting on something to come in the mail for her signature to go on. She didn't sign nothing. And we were all confused about that. We was talking about that at her house. Like, Mama, why you, like, what happened at this signing place? Like, why did we even go? Because when we talked to Ashley, Ashley was like, come on, y'all, follow us to this, to the signing office. Let's go to the office so she can sign and woo-woo. But my mama never touched a pen. I got text message everything. But me telling Ashley, like, my mama said she didn't sign shit. She was waiting to sign something that she never was able to. My mama didn't, like she said, Josh and Ashley was reading them papers and Josh was signing, Ashley was, I don't know what was going on, but like, she didn't touch the motherfucking pen. Josh was signing every fucking thing.
Josh is the husband. Oh my, so that is Olivia's alleged part. This is just the same thing about Ashley Grayson being a scammer. And then this is the last TikTok that I saw about this.
But pay $20,000 for Sherelle. 20, it wasn't 60. And she only offered to pay 60 for Patrick. Patrick was the highest price. Patrick, she wanted him gone the worst, like, because Patrick, she found out that somebody told her Patrick had something in his phone or her something. I don't know, but
okay, won't make money from it. Oh, it was an exotic tape that he has of her, and that's why she wanted to put a hit out on him. Is this real life or is this a Shonda Rhimes or Tyler Perry movie? This is real life? What on earth is going on? Is there a wrap up on this, Michi? Because this is as far as I found. Like, now I know who Derica is and how she fit in that. Let me see if there's anything else that I have. So it's still talking about Sherelle exposed her as a TikTok. And that's when they say she's putting a 20K hit out on her. So yeah, so she's suing Sherelle for that TikTok post exposing her, and this is how all of this this hit stuff allegedly coming out. So, oh my God, I need to try to figure out what happened. Yes, it is so unfortunate. What's unfortunate about this is a rags to riches story where Ashley says she was evicted, she was living in her home. You know, even no matter how she got the $1 million, she took that money, invested in it, and invested in herself and grew her business for 30 million net worth. She has a castle, things of that sort. Yeah, I'm not gonna play that song. Patrick does have a song out on her called She Ate It Up. Go on YouTube and listen to that. That's very explicit. But because now he knows that, he has a bounty over his head. So yeah, the song was highly disrespectful. But I don't know if it's disrespectful if somebody is trying to like put a bounty on your head. I don't know how that works. Just like how people was mad at Gucci. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it hits different when people trying to kill you. Allegedly. So, she's a rags to riches story, and then all of a sudden, she gets money. She lives in a castle. Great. Okay. You are an American dream story. I'm looking up to her, in that aspect. But then when somebody disagrees with you or they rub you the wrong way, now you want to do other stuff. Like, I feel like, did you forget, how far God has brought you? And everyone's not going to agree with you. You know what I'm saying? So my 2 cents on this is a mess. And this is the case of just not letting it go. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody disagrees with you or somebody's saying, if you're not a scammer, you're innocent until proven guilty. Now, I understand the defamation case, and that's one thing, but to go as far as allegedly playing on somebody's head and paying for a bounty, I think that's kind of serious. I believe she was down on her luck and did her thing in business. They can't take that away from her. But also, with prestige and with wealth, you got to change mentality. She can't go back to the mentality that she had prior. You got to think higher, because now this mess is affecting your brand. It's affecting your brand. You could be super talented and everybody just love that about you. But when you do silly things like Yay, wear White Lives Matter shirt, Cardi and Nicki going back and forth on Twitter, it kind of tarnishes your brand. And so all of this is tarnishing her brand. You know what I'm saying? So heavy on allegedly. I don't think she's a bad person. She had 3 different things coming her way. Anybody would be upset. Y'all call everyone a scammer. That's the thing. And it's like, if she's having all these good reviews saying that she good, why are we getting upset about that? Why are we getting upset about that? I get so irritated sometimes when people of wealth just don't keep going down that blessed road and don't keep going down, their purpose. You know what I'm saying? I just, and I love, it's no shade to what I say. I love Kanye. I love Nicki. I love Cardi. It just be like, we could be spending our energy on something else, or we could be like, reconciling and doing things behind the scenes. Why does everything have to be a show on social media? Which is why I don't believe some of that stuff. In fact, with this, I can't tell her how to handle things, and I can't tell her how to feel, but recording yourself about putting hits on people and sending long messages on Facebook, and I understand you're defending yourself, and this is another subject that I might get into, but I just want to be quick on this. Even with all this success that she has, she's still in survival mode. She hasn't switched being out of survival mode. She doesn't even have to be in survival mode anymore. And that's why it's important, once again, to heal from your past trauma and learn different ways of handling conflict, especially when you're at a certain caliber. So things like this don't get to you and people don't give you the energy that they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Kanye, yeah, he does get on people's nerves. I just pray for him. They did her dirt. They setting her up. But you also shouldn't be saying things like that to people and not knowing if they're recording you or not. You got to save your butt. You got to watch yourself. Or you should just not put, bounties on people's head. Allegedly. I don't know. So it's sad that I'm just finding out about Ashley. And it's sad that when I found out about her, that it's stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I feel like she needs healing. She needs healing. And at this point, I feel like she should just social media detox, and figure out another plan and another way. If you're taking it to court, take it to court. You know what I'm saying? Just take it to court. If people want to keep defaming, but when you have $30 million, do you know that comes along with the territory? How many times has Jay-Z been a billionaire and people just it's all type of scenarios out on him. He doesn't say a thing. He doesn't care because he's focused. He's focused on his business and what he's doing. And it's easy for me to say that because I don't have 1,000 TikToks about me defaming my character and making me look another way. So this is my opinion. So I can't never say I understand or I know what it's like to be in her shoes. I don't. I read about her story, but there's a whole bunch of things in her story that I don't know about. But what I do know is, and I feel like her name is very important to her, and anybody that steps in the way and try to defame that and try to devalue her name, she's going to defend because that's where she's at. I will say that. So when I was on her page, I did see her changing lives and people were like, thank you so much. She did what she said. She gifted the house to the hairstylist mom. Now, is she wrong for not taking her name out the house? How do you feel about that? Like, was she wrong for that survivorship? Should she sign it over or should she not? Because technically she bought it. So if the mom, everybody else got to find somewhere to live, and then she can sell the house, income property, however she wants to do it. Was she wrong for not taking her name off the house? Now that's the question. Was she wrong? Let me know your thoughts. Was she wrong? So, this topic was brought to you by Miss Michi. Thank you for I never would have saw this. This was a mess. It definitely was. But because you made me work tonight, I'm going to play your commercial one more time, Miss Michi.
Y'all, it's your girl, Miss Michi, checking in with my girl, Renita from Be Your Own Kind. You know that's my sis. Make sure that you tune in every Thursday to the Blueprint Live at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, live on Facebook and YouTube. And then you can catch me on Fluent Radio, Philly Jams 95.3, Indie 101.5, and Mixed Talk Media. And I'm available anywhere that you listen to podcasts, okay, and your radio shows. So get on it, okay? Let's do this. I'd love to connect with you and promote what you got going on. Let's get it. If you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the Blueprint Live, visit thebpmediaco.com today.
Hey, if you want to keep up with her, she's not going to be live tomorrow because she decided she's going on vacation, guys. But to be able to keep up with everything she got going on, follow her on IG at Miss Michi, or you can email her at contact@missmichi.com. Don't forget, on October 14th, her and Lavish Looks by Miss Michi will be here at the Battle of the Sexes at the Rise Design Studio on October 4th, 7 to 10 p.m. on 11521 South Pulaski Road in Alsip, Illinois. So check out your girl. So what do you have to say? I think it was a gift. It should have been in just the mom's name. That's my thing. If it's a gift, then let it be a gift. You know what I'm saying? If it's a gift, let it go. Like, I'm not gonna give you a purse. Well, I can't say a purse. I'm not gonna buy you a car and not put it in your name. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that because it's a gift. A gift is something that you give to someone and you let it go. To me, I just feel like that's a loan, right? It's a loan, because when you die, then it's no longer hers. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You laughing? You out of here? No problem, sis. Always. You can't dictate, right? You can't put stipulations on a gift. That's what I'm saying. Like, was she wrong? Was she not wrong? I don't know. No one ever gave me a house. But if in fact you do want to give me a house, let's test this theory out. Oh my God. Miss Michi done works me, y'all. I'm going to get her back. This is the end of BYOK 2 cents for the week. It's Wednesday or whatever. So I just thank everyone that tuned in tonight. You could have been anywhere, but you decided to spend time with your girl, and I always appreciate that. I don't work so hard. My banners are off here now. So yeah, so if you want to join the mailing list, go to beyourownkind.com. If you are on YouTube, please hit the like button, hit the notification, hit the subscribe button. If there is something that you want me to speak on, and look up in its entirety, because clearly I missed some points. Just be sure to send me a chat or DM me, or you can email me and I can get into it and I can research and we can just talk about it and have a conversation about it. And I want you all to have a great weekend. I want you to remember to do something that you enjoy, because we only got one life to live. So I encourage you to enjoy it, right? Make sure that you're doing something for self-care each and every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, because at the bottom of this that you can't see because this banner is here, you're the most fantastic person you'll ever know. And I'll add to it, you're the most important person that you need to preserve. So I wish you all a great weekend. I will see you all on Monday. And don't forget to be kind to yourself and to each other. Bye.